two or three things have been said. Number one, Mr. Rajnath Singh's personal assessment. Could this have to do with the fact that very recently, old members of the BJP in the Narendra Modi scheme of things have been, I won't say demoted, but been kicked out of the parliamentary board, like for instance Mr. Nitin Gadkari. Is this a fear playing in the mind of Mr. Rajnath Singh that he may be looking at some sort of political oblivion going forward, because of which he's making this statement? Or what does this actually mean? You see, because in just a short moment we'll run an interview with the author of this book. He's a former journalist, press secretary to the president. It is in his book where this comparison has been made, and in that context Rajnath Singh has said this. Okay.
Well, I find it it's the biggest joke that can be stated. Because Rajnath Singh, you have said it right. Rajnath Singh is doing it on purpose. Either he has been briefed to say this, because in this present dispensation, this is also possible that people are told to do certain things which they carry out.
Even Rajnath Singh
duty. Why not? Everybody knows that Rajnath Singh is quite marginalized. He may be the defense minister of the country, but from what I hear from people sitting at very high levels in Delhi, because he has anybody who has a political base in his parent state is not relished by the people in power. They are not, so they are on the verge of being sidelined, like Nitin Gadkari has been sidelined. He's another person who has a sound base. Rajnath Singh too has a very sound base in Uttar Pradesh, and that is why there is need for the top people sitting in this country to sideline him. He has been sidelined for a long time. He might have been defense minister. You've seen the kind of, he only speaks when he is told to speak. Otherwise, this statement, you rightly hinted, that could be to save himself from being pushed into the Margdarshak Mandal. There have been many stories about how Rajnath Singh is likely to be moved to the Margdarshak Mandal, as you said, that senior leaders are done. Democracy is not a thing that prevails, that is still alive in the BJP. Sorry. To believe that there is democracy is, one has to be very, very naive. And to compare Mahatma Gandhi or Narendra Modi with Mahatma Gandhi can be the biggest joke and the most naive idea. Because to imagine what Mahatma Gandhi, it is, Mahatma Gandhi's soul would be completely battered to hear that he is being compared to somebody like Narendra Modi.
Okay.
They're miles apart.